You are now tuned into the hottest show on air.
So hot.
The Heat 76.1 FM Koza.
Gotta say it. She can get a taste.
Okinawa's sex, love, and relationship show with King Takashi, the webmaster, Queen J, DJ M, Abituella, Losa, Will Make It, and A Millie.
This week's sponsor is brought to you by Wing King, an Okinawan favorite for years. Offers American-style cuisine for locals and foreigners alike. The family-style seating is the perfect atmosphere for individual, family, or group dining. They have bilingual staff who speak both English and Japanese. They offer over 10 different sauces that is sure to satisfy almost any taste bud. Their delicious sandwiches offer an assortment of toppings, making it easily customizable to fit your palate. Looking for quick takeout, hosting a party, and need catering? Calling your order at 098-936-8986. Again, I say 098-936-8986. They now offer online ordering and delivery at fmkoza.jp, or you can call 098-943-1605 after 5 p.m. They do not take card, however, they do accept both yen and US dollars only. They hope to see you soon. Peace.
Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Queen J, alongside Will Make It, DJ M, King Takashi, Losa, and Abituella. And you're rocking with the Heat.
How y'all doing today?
Hey, what's going on? We are live now on the Heat Okinawa 76.1 FM Koza, along with the whole cast minus one. Shout out to Alondra.
And a special guest.
We got a special guest in the building.
Yeah.
Wayne Wonder, say what's up to the people.
What's up, Okinawa? Konnichiwa.
First
Yeah.
off,
Ooh.
I just want to say welcome to the island,
Niggas
and
getting wet,
I'm very sorry that you had to deal with the typhoon. That's very unfortunate. We had two. You were here for both of them, right? Just one? Just this last
That's
one?
the grand finale.
I'm glad you weren't here for the first one. The first one was pretty rough. It was
That's
pretty
what
ugly.
I heard, man.
you-
I saw photos of the first one.
Did you have any delayed flights?
No. I got in land safe and everything, and right after I checked in, and that was it when it started.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm glad first of all that I have you here because I was just talking about when I forget what's the name of the song? That one, Don't Let Go?
No letting go.
No Letting Go?
Yeah.
That song, I used to get in so much trouble for playing that song, right? Because I couldn't listen to anything other than gospel when I was a kid, right?
Wow.
But we used to play that song a lot. My older cousin used to kick me off of the Dreamcast to play that song. He would never play just a song. He would just watch the video.
Okay.
And he had to watch it on that TV. It was, I forget what kind of TV it was, but it was the one with the knob on it. But he had the old
I guess he
aux
was spiting you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
willfully.
it was like games or
Sabotage.
Wayne Wonder. He was like, play some Wayne Wonder. King Takashi, you wanna ask your question or you wanna hold that off
I'm
for
gonna
later?
hold off on my question. Let's talk about music real fast.
Because I wanted to ask about your writing process, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to picking a song to write, do you create everything from the beginning? Do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I do play instruments.
What instruments do you play?
Guitars, like it's so easy to hold some chords and figure out where I want to go. Minor, major, whatever movements.
Nice.
Licks. Keyboards.
Is it just guitar?
No, I do keyboards also.
Ooh.
I have a question. So you started writing songs at the age of 13. So when did you record your first song?
I recorded my first song for legendary producer King Tubby's when I was 17.
Oh, wow.
So, I used to sing on live sound systems before I started recording.
So the whole time you were writing music from the age of 13, you were just building an arsenal?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
What made you want to start making music?
Has
it always been in you?
I used to follow my mom to choir practice. So I guess from there, just being there watching her, practicing choir as a young kid and start exercising my vocals also. And where I grew up in the communities, there was a major sound system. Every Sunday night we call it the oldest. So I get to familiarize with the heritage of the Jamaican music, the ska, the rock steady, the reggae, before Bob Marley started doing changing. That. So it's I got to gravitate to the roots of the music, the journey of the music, to when it changed to reggae. So it was a history lesson, for me. Like it was
wow.
so
That's
I was
crazy.
fortunate in that form, and I just started gravitating. Used to sneak out my house, to go to dances and get in trouble when I get back in, and go through all of that process, And where you coming from? Like, my mom is a Christian, so you know that.
Oh, was she really strict?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
That's awesome.
Did you start making music with the intent to become known worldwide like this, or were you just making it because
just
you love
making
music?
because I didn't even took my passport out. I didn't think about traveling. I just wanted to make music and perform in the dances and
That's crazy.
Here's my question now. Now, when did you realize that you were blowing up? At what age? Where were you? Do you remember exactly what you were doing?
When I heard my song, like the first time on the radio, I was like, yeah,
radio was big.
That song, I had a song called It's Over Now, and a rhythm called Cover Me Rhythm with Ninja and Tinga. That was like a real, getting a chance as a young artist to be on that rhythm with a big artist like Ninja Man and Tinga.
Yeah.
So when I just heard, and then I was on like in my community, and the producer phoned me in my community and brought me 300 pounds.
Oh wow!
So that's when I knew that, oh my God, 300 pounds,
What does that translate to in US dollars?
At that time, maybe
inflation,
like about,
yeah,
it's probably
I mean at the time,
maybe like
300
about,
pounds.
like maybe like about $400 or $500 US dollars.
And that was
So that was a lot of money.
Now, when that happened, did everything start picking up? People contacting you left and right?
Yeah, I started doing like more school shows in Jamaica, and traveling the island, performing, and the more studio recording, and collaborating with other artists, and it just started a role for me.
And who are your influences though?
Well, I listen to like a lot of the foundation stuff, like Eptones. That's one of the founder in groups in Jamaica. I know we grew up listening to Bob Marley and the Wailers. That's like a must.
Yeah.
That's like religion. You know what I mean? And then the dance hall is like a different era where I listen to like King Yellowman singing on sound system, Steal Away from Home, and trying to see that's Yellowman, that's Burro Banton, and just the vibe that they hold the mic and the crowd and the people beating on the fence and say, Will, it's kind of musical shock attack to make all weekend drop. I do play, it's like that. I said, oh my God, the DJ just flowing. So it's like I was at school, So
That's
when I get a
crazy.
chance to do it, I just, go all in.
That is crazy.
What I wanted to ask you was, how was your first time coming to America? Do you remember that?
Yeah, because first time it was night. And I stayed in Brooklyn, but I remember flying over Queens, JFK. I was like, yo, so much pretty lights. And then when they drove me to Brooklyn, and the morning I wake up like, oh my God, it's like, this is a real concrete jungle Bob Marley was talking about.
Yeah.
But they have the nice part, but at the time, it's like I was an artist that they put me in a 5-star hotel. I was like a young artist coming, so I just have to go with the flow, just on the grind, just being there was just, I'm in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just awesome. That's everything. That's a main point. When you reach New York as an artist, come on, let's get it done.
Especially from Jamaica.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it on.
When did you meet your idol?
Who
was it?
Barry Salmon was one of the
you got to meet him?
Barry Salmon sat down with me, sat down in the studio with me.
That's what's
when
up.
I was recording Saturday.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That must have been a surreal feeling, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because I think I can relate because I listened to your music growing up the whole time. So in a way, you are an idol. So like, it's weird once you make music and you can relate and hear your stories, and I can relate it to what I'm going through, and it's kind of crazy that where you are now is kind of like a premonition of where I might be,
Right.
But it's just amazing to hear your story, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question.
From here.
Do you still stay in Jamaica or?
Back and forth. Yeah, got home in Jamaica, home in Florida. So sometimes.
What part of Florida?
Yeah, what part?
No, they're both from Florida. So.
Real South Florida. In Davie, Pembroke Pines, Broward County.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like,
Where you from? Where you from, Chris? Where you from?
I'm from Orlando.
Everybody-
I got family in Key West and Miami.
So wait, we got DJ Rudy was the one who blessed us with this opportunity. So I want to allow him the opportunity real quick before we get back to Mr. Wayne Wonder himself to plug in what exactly is Wayne Wonder doing here, and where's he going to be doing it at?
Well, Wayne Wonder will be performing at Club Sky Club Sky. Get that straight, because I know there's a lot of stuff that's going out there right now, but I want you to understand it's at Club Sky. And he will be performing tomorrow night.
What time?
The doors open at 8, and he's going to be performing between 11 and 11:30.
Nice. That's a good time to choose, too. Usually people come out around like 9:30, 10. 10:30ish, so it should be a packed house.
Right. So we want everybody to come out and enjoy themselves, because it's a Caribbean flavor. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be giving everything from reggae, dancehall, soca, everything you can imagine.
How about y'all come out and dance? Let's do that.
I want to see you dance.
I dance when the feeling's right. But I'm just saying, most people out here don't dance. They come out and they watch, you know?
Right.
I like to see what Wayne Wonder's music playing.
You got to understand, when it comes to reggae music and dancehall music, it's a different vibe. And
you got to move. Once that beat drops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't move, the girls stay away from you.
Yeah.
Back
So,
against the wall, that's it.
So how did you meet Wayne Wonder? Wow. I just want to ask, 'cause I know there's got to be some history.
Long time, man.
Long time. Like Wayne said, this is not the first time he's been out here. The very first time he came is back in, what was it, 2006, right?
Yeah.
And back then I was still in the military. And
What branch?
Marines.
Marines.
Nice.
Yeah.
Marines.
I had to
He
ask.
took me over there, right?
Yes. And we brought him back out here in 2006. And we formed our relationship from then.
Okay.
So when did you start working with him? Did you start working with him immediately?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Most
yes.
people, you know, kind of meet.
Yeah.
And
just become
he has an
friends and-
extended crew in Bermuda. I was in
Yes.
Bermuda like last week.
Last week he was in Bermuda.
Total different.
No.
Yeah.
Extended crew.
Yeah.
J-Life is there also.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Global
Jalai,
sound system, man.
That's crazy.
international.
International.
And J-Life been around for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually been out here since 2000, and came out here, fell in love with the island, felt like Jamaica, felt like home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It was, yeah.
I haven't been to Jamaica yet. I want to go. It's on my bucket list.
Yes.
I want to
Come
try some of
to.
that Jamaican good stuff out there.
Get some of the real food, not the
Yeah.
fake,
the
stuff
real
out here.
Yeah.
You should.
But yeah, and from that time on, me and Wayne has always been in contact with each other and always linked up.
Upload that line.
Yes, online.
Wow, that's
Yes.
crazy. Line.
yes.
That's crazy. So what I was going to ask about your writing process is, do you feel like it's easier to write through a rough time or a rough patch in your life rather than the good times, you know? Because usually your music has a really, really good vibe to it.
True. But they're different vibe, because like I might have a down vibe and or and it comes out that way, from that maybe a little down vibe, and I'd maybe find something like, why am I going through this? Maybe if it's a relationship, it's the same thing, I might run into somebody at a party, bell goes off the night before, and they just upset me, and I might say inform or enemies, and just it's all depends.
And I got you where I want you now.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh my God.
It all depends,
We need to play that one. Why did we not play that one?
It all depends, I might in a lovey mood,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody set me, just put me in that mood, and you get love songs.
I got in fights over that song, because people were like, that's not good. I'm like, what? Man, listen to the lyrics. You just feel it, yo. That energy was amazing.
Yeah, for real.
So do you pick your music first, or do you usually put the pen to the paper and have lyrics first? 'Cause some people do it.
It comes both ways, I might have a beat, and vibing to, and I might just, go on the guitar, the keyboards, and it just comes. Because when you live it, it just comes, Because it's not like I've done anything else in my life. All I've done was music. So when I get up our record in the studio, the next day I look forward to do the same thing again. So it becomes a routine.
That is super dope.
Now, I saw that earlier in the 2000s you started your own record label. Sing So, right?
Congrats.
Is it still active? Or?
Yeah, man, I just have a...
is that the...
Sing So Records always active, man. Once Rainy Wonder is active, Sing So.
Oh.
Now, he said don't sleep on me, boy.
I'll be dropping, it's called Trees.
Oh my God.
If you notice, what in the middle of everything, so what I'm really saying, when I thought about it, it's like, it's really a plan. So I was like, why everything else is legal and this one is illegal?
Exactly.
So I'm saying, some love red roses, some love water lilies, I love the cannabis.
Hey. Hey. Drop that. Where's that bell at? Where's that? Drop that bell.
We got an exclusive.
Wow.
I like
so,
it.
are you still as passionate for Sing So now as you were before?
Well, actually, I'm going to put more effort in it because sometimes I like hook up with like a producer and we just set it off or get together. But I'm definitely going to put more force in Sing So.
Okay. I'm definitely interested
in the label.
Yeah, hell
His ears
yeah.
perked up.
I'm definitely going.
Now when.
We got actually.
Yeah. Oh, come on, come up to the mic.
Right?
Come to the mic.
All right, so we were talking about vibes, right?
Yeah.
And that word itself has kind of taken a life of its own throughout like the digital era that our world's in.
Yes.
And I guess my question to you is, being that term, right, and that feeling kind of originated in your culture. I want you to tell us what it means, right? Because people tend to oversaturate things. If that, you know what I mean?
The vibe is really that good energy, that good feeling, that good flow, So when we say the vibe, the vibe is wicked. That means it's a good energy, So that's where it generates from,
Right.
That's how we did. I say what's the word? The definition for our Jamaicans, the vibe. The vibe is really the energy, the good vibe, that good vibe. It can be a bad vibe also, but it's really more a good vibe.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Energy is everything.
Yeah, the energy is everything. Trust me.
It really is. I can walk into a room and just be like, I'm leaving, just because the energy.
That's kind of scary, man. It depends on where you are. You can really feel the energy going on.
So, okay, here's about energy. When you flew from Jamaica and you landed in New York City, what's the energy that you felt? Did you felt scared or did you felt like you were ready?
I wasn't scared because I landed amongst Jamaican gangsters,
Okay.
right? Like
you had the whole
gully posse. So they actually sent for me. So when I dropped in New York amongst gully posse,
you had a pass.
I felt like let's get it on,
No shit.
Yeah, but I always walk that thin line because I always have that second person say, yo, check yourself, So I always walk that thin line. Always aware of my surroundings.
You're protected already.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest song to you? Not to the public, for you. What is your biggest song?
For me, my biggest song is Saddest Day of My Life.
Yes. Now explain to me.
No record company.
You need to get this moment.
Independent.
Yeah.
That's my biggest song.
Now, my next question is, what were you going through when you wrote that?
Saddest Day, right? I all came up with that song in the fourth grade, fourth form. It would be like the 11th, going on to fifth form. My previous girlfriend, that summer you take that break, so you don't see her again until school opens in September, right? So when I came back to school in September, she was acting strange. Damn. One day I was like, "What's up?" And she just looked at me and said,
"Fifth grade?
No,
this is like
fourth form.
Fourth form, like high school.
Okay, senior.
All right.
Okay.
So she looked at you like what?
She don't see our relationship going anywhere.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like, damn, Then like a few days after I saw this guy keep dropping her, so I guess I didn't have a car, so I lost out. So I just,
That's crazy.
Man, shout out to that girl though, because he made that hit.
Shout out to her.
Yes, Does
she know? Does she know?
Yeah, she knows because a few years after, check this out, a few years after I saw her and she was like, when I'm an artist now and I'm doing shows, and she was like, Wayne, I'm starting this hairdressing parlor.
Sorry. You don't. You kicked me when I was down. Don't try to get up when it's up. But fuck that.
How did that make you feel at that moment?
Felt good. Trust me.
Hell yeah.
Payback.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're like
crazy how the world works.
Yeah,
though.
I'm telling you.
Karma is beautiful.
Get out of here.
She wanted me to buy
She
purchase a
wanted
few
to sponsor
chairs.
you.
Oh my god.
The one with that thing goes over there.
Oh,
the head. Yeah.
What is it
Blow
called?
dry thing.
The dry? Is it a dryer?
Yeah.
Hair dryer.
Yeah, ear dryer.
She didn't even.
Yeah.
So she just asked you immediately.
Yeah,
she
she
didn't
just
even.
no. What's up? What you doing? Nothing like that.
Oh, just like knife to the heart. Type?
Hey
Ain't
Wayne,
even
I
ask
got
how
the
you
salon I'm
doing.
starting. Can
I
give
stabbed
me
you in the
some-
back. Like,
I wonder
She
how
didn't even
feels
take you
right
out on
now.
a date.
That's crazy.
She didn't butter
What I was gonna ask you about being in the studio, are you an artist that likes to be in solitude, no one around, or do you like to have the whole crew with you in the studio?
It all depends because like when the whole crew is there, it's like the energy, the vibe. There goes the vibe again. awesome. Like when we doing like showtime, searching them, like the studio is packed, Bounty Killer, Baby Sham, Frisco Kid,
That's lit.
Wayne Wonder. So you know it's the energy is like
crazy.
out the roof. You know what I mean? So
That's
like,
crazy.
but there's a time like certain song like a Perfect Proposal, I was like in a zone, like, you know, that Perfect Proposal song, like it just was a different zone. Slowly but surely was a different zone. You know, so it all depends. You know, you can, it's like frequency. Just find that right frequency, you know, and just make it work. You got to find that space. No matter what in that space, there's a space you can tune to, and you know, it work for you.
So you like a night owl in the studio? Like nighttime?
Night, all day, all, it doesn't matter.
That's amazing. Now, have you recorded any music in a foreign country yet?
Yeah, because a lot of songs I record in LA.
Okay.
I actually did a remix with Kanye in LA. I did the 51st Dates movie soundtrack in LA.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, that was in LA.
That was a great movie too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
a few.
I got it on Netflix.
Yeah, a few.
Wow.
What was I gonna ask you? Oh, are there any artists that you haven't worked with yet, or any of these new up and coming artists that you want to work with that you haven't?
So many, man. Because you know, I love Nicki. You know, she have a vibe. You know, the Caribbean flavor.
That'll be a
That
good
would be a
collab.
good
Yeah,
collab too.
What?
Yeah, always.
I
yeah.
wasn't expecting Nicki,
Yeah,
but
Nicki,
now that I
yeah,
think about it,
yeah.
that would be all right.
What
Yeah,
about
nigga.
Spice?
Spice is my girl. I can't call Spice right now.
He said, "Look, Spice got a fan."
Oh yeah, yeah. I follow Spice.
You got Chris fumbling his phone. I never
Yeah, I follow her. I'm like, yo,
You got him excited.
yeah, call her up, yo. A real talk.
Could you name anybody specific, or you don't want to name anybody?
Is she still in Atlanta?
Oh my God.
Look,
She's back and forth. She's back and
Stop.
forth.
He said Nicki.
Yeah.
I want to see if you can you
Yeah,
give me two
yeah,
more.
Nicki, I like Alicia also. Keys. I like, you know, it's like I always like, you know, see her in her jam because she did done something with Baby Sham before, so she loved the culture. So it's like I always say her playing and we just jamming. You know what I mean? Just jamming to that jam. You know?
Yeah. That's lit.
I think Drake would be a good collab.
Yeah, Drake also. Yeah.
That island vibe would be
Yeah,
crazy.
you know,
If you can get,
Back
if
to
we can get
Spice.
Wayne Wonder, Sean Paul, and Beanie Man,
Well, that would be awesome.
right?
That would be
The
amazing.
trifecta.
That's a hit. Oh my
Man.
god.
That would be
I want to
amazing.
hear that.
I'm still back to Spice.
I hope they hear this. I hope they're watching this. Whatever. That we need that.
We're gonna hashtag every single one of them. Like for real.
Spam the page. All the heat listeners, please.
Theme song for my daily dose.
Oh yeah, we
It's
getting
my
an
daily
exclusive.
dose. So I just was bugging out. This is like freestyle.
And it's still.
Show is called a daily dose.
I feel special. We get an exclusive.
Inside a daily dose. And I wasn't drinking.
So are you usually drinking?
No, I don't
No?
drink. No, I don't drink. So this was one of those days, so I started the show. And then I dropped the bomb. Y'all got into the daily dose with your host.
That's hard.
That
So
is.
it's like a vibe, you know, just, you know, I tell you have to just find that space, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Do you
Can't
have
believe this.
siblings?
Yes, I have brothers and sisters.
How do they feel about your success?
They are right, you know. They are right. You know those siblings that, you know, they can do better than me and then they didn't make it, you know?
Yeah.
You know that type of
There's that
vibe.
sibling
Okay.
competition.
Yeah.
Do you have family members that pull that? Oh, I'm related to Wayne Wonder all the time.
Yeah. I got so many cousins, man.
Yeah, I bet. That's
Cousin
crazy.
come out of woodworks.
Cousins, yeah. So many cousins.
They got the
man.
clout back in Jamaica. Oh, that's Wayne Wonder's cousin. Yeah.
What's the craziest place that you autographed on a person? At a
Boobs,
concert.
Yeah.
Butts.
That's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Were there any guys like that running around like that? No. Good thing. Good thing.
We're gonna
too.
drop his new song, right?
Yeah, of
We'll
course.
play his new song.
If you want to introduce this song.
Quiver, Win Wonder.
I'm supposed to be going to Germany in November, so.
Word, is that? Are we back? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're live again.
If y'all forgot, we got Wayne Wonder in the building. And we were just talking about some music experiences. I want to say, who was the easiest person to work with in the studio? Like that had they could just create that song, not quick, but it just came to them naturally.
Me and Bojo had that chemistry, you know, Baby Sham, Shaggy. When we work, it's just like, oh yeah, you ready? Let's do it. You know, it's like we don't think about it. There was no long thought about it. It just happened.
How many throwaways do you have? And when I say throwaways, I mean the songs that you just kind of write and you're just like, eh.
A lot. Yeah, sometimes people have to remind me like, oh, you didn't do that song, you know? A lot, trust me.
Are there any that you wanted to put out and you kind of just didn't feel it and you kind of kept it in the tuck so you didn't want to put it out?
Yeah, a few songs, trust me. When that creative juice is flowing, sometimes you end up scrapping songs that could work. But you just say, nah, I'm not feeling that. But I guess it's ego, you know?
Dang, that's interesting. Because I write poetry and I know that sometimes I write some stuff just to get, you know, the blah out. Just some shaky stuff and you just kind of throw it away. Either I throw it away or I keep it in a book.
But you should keep it though, because what I always learned that like, if I'm even like putting down a demo, never you erase it. Because I have songs that I was just bugging out and fooling around, and then I say, yo, where did I get that melody from? And I realized it's from a demo that I was just bugging out with. And it turned out to be something good.
So it's just like art.
Yeah.
They say don't erase.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Okay.
Keep it.
I usually just ball it up and chuck it.
No, you shouldn't, man.
I just keep it.
What advice do you have for any up and coming reggae artists out there, any artist for that matter?
Just do it from your heart, you know. Be true to it, to what you do, and just work hard. Because you know, if you're not true to it, you're gonna give up somewhere along the line. You have to believe too, you know. I'm gonna give you an example. When I just recorded Saddest Day, the producer only released the Barry Salmon and Butcher combination, Tony Rebel, and some other artists, Galaxy P. And I was a penthouse artist, and I was like, why you didn't release my song? And, you know, give me some twisted story, but then he went on tour with Cutty Ranks. And then I went to the printer, because the company had a account with the place that cut the stamper at the time and do the labels. And I went to the guy, his name was Roddy, and I said, Roddy, you know that Jermaine was supposed to tell you that to cut the stamper and do 500 labels. But make sure, hurry, because I want you to get me at least a box of 24 by the weekend. I need it by Thursday, as a matter of fact. And he went and cut the stamper and pressed the records. And I went by Sonic Sound and got 2 boxes of 24. Wow. And I went to Stone Love the Thursday, went to a place called Super D the Sunday. By the following week, it's one of the biggest songs on the rhythm.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Now, with this new generation of the way music is being listened to and digested, is it easier or harder, you think? Because back then, you know, you had radio plays and all that, but now it's all streams. Are you familiar with the platforms?
Yeah, it's much easier now, man, you know, because I'm going to give you an example. Back in the days, like, to get into a studio called King Jammies, trust me, you got to have a connection.
No way.
That's so hard it was. Like, that's and then you have to be across the road, so when that gate fly, you see the artists from all over, like yo, try me the link, I say, yo, yeah, man.
No shit.
Cruel.
So how?
No, it's much more easy. You can be a star from your bedroom, you know?
That's true.
So no excuses, basically, is what you're saying. Right. How easy has it been for you to adjust to the changes in how they count record sales and everything in the industry?
You just got to adjust. It's like I have a whole mark and I say, yo, that's too old, let me upgrade it, you know? So you just got to go with the flow and get that upgrade, you know?
Yeah.
Now, from your perspective, making music is expensive, right? So to make music and promote it and market it the right way, do you believe that artists should put double the amount of money into marketing than they did producing and making a video? For example, if they spent $3,000 on a music video and $400 or $500 to record it, you think they should at least spend $7,000 on marketing?
Well, if you believe in that product, you know, and so in marketing, principle of business, you have to create that demand for the product. So if you have the money to put and spend that $7,000, do it. Okay. Go all in.
It's got to be good.
Yes,
please.
Yeah,
it's got to be good. Because if you're marketing, some stuff
I know, but
I
can tell you this: you have some artists,
but not good, still
you
sell.
Have some
though.
artists promoting crap, but they have that confidence, and that thing works.
Yeah.
With that confidence,
it's contagious.
Yeah, I'm telling you, trust me.
That's so true. You look at a trashy artist, right? And they have the confidence to put their music out. And then you have all these other trashy artists that like, if he can do it, I can do it too. And then they become fans of them.
I seen that like this week, like on that group page. I was like, this dude put out he's the best rapper alive. And his stuff was...
Really?
Yeah.
No good?
Not good. No.
I mean,
but
it was like a really, really good.
It was horrible.
No good.
It was horrible.
Really, really horrible.
The confidence, like, so he put it out on like several different groups.
But guess what?
And
people clicked on it, right?
Yeah, people clicked
That's
on
a stream.
And he had by like 2 days, he had over 60,000 people.
Wow.
Looked at his video,
Hey.
but he had like over like 1,000 comments, but all of them saying that he was horrible, but he still got
he got the
people,
exposure.
Yeah, he still got people to look at his video because of the caption. So that's what goes again, like marketing.
So when it comes to travel, Wayne Wonder, where in the world haven't you been yet that you would like to visit?
I'm so close now. I haven't been to China yet.
No?
Really?
You haven't been to Hong Kong?
No.
Oh, I'm going there tomorrow.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to China.
That's crazy.
Like all over, I've been to all the Scandinavian.
Dubai?
I've been to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar.
What was your favorite place?
Yeah.
What was your favorite place? All right. I won't say favorite place. Like top 5 or something.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, I never. Trust me. Like I've been coming here for a while. When I used to do like that Japan Splash, that's when I first like experienced like a crowd of like 50, 60,000 people.
Wow.
So it always stand out.
Are you still shy going on stage? You still get nervous?
Not nervous, but I know to separate it. When it's showtime, it's showtime. You know, but I have a chill time, so I can switch from that chill time, like over here, just chilling, having a nice conversation. But showtime is just a different beast mode, you know.
Do you collect yourself? For example, like I know when I go on live, when I go perform, I have to spend at least before 30 minutes of when I go on stage, I stay to myself and I just build my confidence.
Yeah, like that 30 minutes, like I don't like a lot of people want to say stuff to me or find that space, and I say, okay, I just want to
hype yourself
after
up.
that first song, I just want to overcome that. Okay. So I always have that. I never get over that.
Really?
You know.
I'm the same way. I think after when I get on stage, I think that's
it.
Then it's just
you're
there. You're there. Just go. Yeah. That's crazy. I had a problem with making eye contact with the fans until I realized that when you make eye contact with your fans, for them, it's that moment just became real, you know?
Yeah,
so they're like, oh my God, this is happening. He's looking at me.
Wayne Wonder's looking at me. Will's looking at me.
Throwing pennies on the stage.
I used to never look at them, you know? I used to look over them. And then now it's just like, I have to, because that can be potentially my long-term fan, you know?
For real.
And it's just crazy that you experience that.
You're staring in their eyes.
Whenever you make a new record, how long do you spend with that record after you make it, you know, to memorize the lines and stuff? Because I know it has to be a really long process before you perform, you know what I mean?
Not really. Like if I'm really into it, it just comes naturally. Like once I hear the song, like it's like it upload back in, you know? Because I have a lot of songs, like, you know, sometimes people ask me, oh, you remember so many songs? But once you hear that first part, that beat, or it just comes back. You know?
I think I'm like that.
My memory is trash. But I can remember music lyrics for some reason. I can't remember what I ate yesterday, but I can remember the whole.
Yeah, I can remember
you know.
songs. I'm like, yo, I know this song.
That's crazy.
And then as soon as it be, I'm good.
Yeah, it just, you know, comes back.
But I play a lot of songs. Like when I'm traveling, I just sit and listen to music for like 8 hours.
As an artist, what do you think your most embarrassing moment has been? All time.
I trip, I slip before, but, you know, I just brush out myself and laugh it off and let's go again, you know.
So what does a Wayne Wonder daily playlist consist of? Who do you listen to?
A wide variety of stuff. You know, Barry Salmon, I listen to some Sanchez. I love the old school stuff because that's where I get that energy from, that vibe from, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question. speaking about Sanchez, I know you and Sanchez came up in the same era.
Right.
Have you ever felt like rivalry between Sanchez because y'all are on the same type of level?
That's true. But no, me and Sanchez actually a good brethren, you know. So when a lot of people is pushing for competition, we have friendship.
Okay.
You know, so never ever like we remember we have 2 albums together, you know.
True.
So we've been working together. If Sanchez is on a stage and we know one is there, I'll be singing harmonies for him.
Okay.
When I'm doing my song, he's singing harmonies for me. So we never really clash I leave that one to Pinterest.
Yeah.
Are you always together with the people you make music with, or do you try to be with them most of the time?
Sometimes you have people have good energy, good vibes, so it's like it just comes natural, you know what I mean? And you keep in touch and, you know.
Because I know some people don't really have time or they can't meet. They're in different places of the world and they kind of send you their
that's
version
true.
of it.
I do some of that too, but, you know, we kind of like, you know, do the FaceTime and so how you want me to do it, and, you know, so it's like, you know, the new age is like they're really there, you know? Whereas we put them on the big screen.
That's true.
You know, so it's like, you know, we are engineer too. You know, we use Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One, Live 4, you know, Studio Artist 4. So it's like, you know, hands-on and kind of have a feel of what you really want.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah,
Last question.
You can finish this off.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, 2, a boy and a girl.
Is it hard raising them, like, with you being in the limelight, you know,
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that?
The thing about it is, like I told you before, like there's somehow I got this gift to just separate, like the artist life to the real life. You know what I mean? So my kids understand that. Like when daddy's home, I can do the daddy stuff. I go to parent teachers meeting, I drop my kids at school, I go to the supermarket, I go to a dentist appointment, I take my son. You know, it's like I just do the stuff that, you know, when it's artist time, studio time, like it's just a total different vibe. So
That's
I know
good.
to
That's
separate
good.
it.
That you keep them balanced like that.
That's hard to do. That's a good
It's
thing
hard
to
to
leave
do.
the people with.
You have some artists want to live 24 hours artist life. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it
I'm
is.
taking heed to that.
For real.
What you got for us?
Oh no, we're just gonna close it out, right?
Word.
Nothing about sex, man?
No.
I was gonna ask you, do you eat ass?
Come on.
Sex machine.
So the world. All right.
Sex machine.
All right. I'll end it with the last 30 seconds. So the world wants to know, do you eat ass?
The fuck?
No ass.
You just killed the mood. That's
No ass, no arse.
Okay then. Hey.
No horse.
Dude, let's just finish with this question. Do you think that male and female can be friends and not have a relationship, but have sex? Friends with benefits, basically.
Sure. Sure. Especially
Hell
if
yes.
you're
Somebody
dreaming.
say yes. Thank you.
I say yes too. What are you talking about?
I've been through that. Can we do it? Okay. Yeah, we can do it.
It's that easy?
Here we go, guys. Wayne Wonder.
This week's sponsor is brought to you by Wing King, an Okinawan favorite for years. Offers American-style cuisine for locals and foreigners alike. The family-style seating is the perfect atmosphere for individual, family, or group dining. They have bilingual staff who speak both English and Japanese. They offer over 10 different sauces that is sure to satisfy almost any taste bud. Their delicious sandwiches offer an assortment of toppings, making it easily customizable to fit your palate. Looking for quick takeout? Hosting a party and need catering? Calling your order at 098-936-8986. Again, I say 098-936-8986. They now offer online ordering and delivery at fmkoza.jp, or you can call 098-943-1605 after 5 p.m. They do not take card, however, they do accept both yen and US dollars only. They hope to see you soon. Peace.
Thanks for tuning into The Heat, Okinawa's love, sex, and relationship show. Check out our podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat for new updates.
Who came to beat it up, Rocky?